Seductive woman watched the billionaire's every move through her binoculars every day. That day, Jack went grocery shopping when he noticed water spilled on the floor. Instinctively, he looked up and saw a soaking wet girl selecting a bottle of red wine. Annie smiled and signaled for Jack to come over and help her. She skillfully used his interests to win his favor. Knowing Jack was coming to the store, Annie deliberately wore a drenched white shirt, making her figure subtly visible. As expected, Jack's eyes were constantly drawn to her. When Annie felt the timing was right, she made an excuse to leave. Watching her sultry and alluring figure, Jack's curiosity about her deepened. However, after Annie left, she realized it was late, and no taxis were available. Just then, Jack, who had also left, noticed her dilemma and offered to give her a ride home. On the way, Annie seized the opportunity to confide in Jack, telling him that her roommate was a drug addict and that they had just had a big fight. However, since she had no money, she had no choice but to continue living there. Hearing this, Jack felt sorry for her and invited her to stay at his place for the night, but Annie immediately refused, saying it wouldn't be appropriate. Yet, after getting out of the car, she hesitated at the door, reluctant to enter as her roommate's angry insults echoed from inside. Jack, seeing her struggle, reversed his car and offered again to take her to his house. Realizing he had fallen into her trap, Annie finally agreed. Jack's villa was worth $60 million, but to him, it was just the tip of the iceberg. He made $1 million a day just by sitting at home. This was exactly why Annie had set her sights on him. Seeing the extravagant mansion, the inexperienced girl was filled with joy. Jack eagerly opened a bottle of red wine and invited Annie to join him. Eventually, Annie took off her jacket. Then, noticing the ice cream in Jack's hand, she casually took it from him. Faced with so many temptations, Jack couldn't help but let his thoughts drift. As time passed, the two drew closer. The next morning, when Jack woke up, Annie was already gone. Back at her place, Annie lay on her bed, planning her next move. Jack, who had been divorced for a long time, missed Annie terribly and went to the bar where she worked. Wanting to continue seeing her, he simply bought a lifetime membership. This delighted Annie immensely, and when her shift ended, she affectionately held onto Jack's arm. But just as they were about to drive off, they noticed someone trying to steal a car.